A stark increase in dengue fever cases is prompting a fresh alert to Barbadians from the Ministry of Health. Not only has the number of cases tripled compared to last year, but health officials are now investigating a death over the last 24 hours, possibly linked to dengue. Shane Seeley has a story.
News contained in a release issued by the Ministry of Health late this afternoon indicates that 511 confirmed cases of dengue fever have been recorded up to September, already surpassing the 431 cases registered at the end of 2012. Only 169 cases were recorded for the same period last year. What's even more serious is that health officials are actively investigating a death which could have been caused by the disease over the last 24 hours. There has already been one death for the year that occurred in May. As a result, the ministry is issuing a fresh alert to the public, advising Barbadians who are experiencing symptoms of dengue fever, including sudden high fever, severe headaches, pain behind the eyes, muscle and joint pain, to seek medical attention. Householders are meanwhile strongly being encouraged to check their premises on a weekly basis to eliminate conditions which promote mosquito breeding and encourage the spread of dengue fever. Shane Seeley, CBC News.
The General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union is disgusted at the treatment meted out to sugar workers on the island, and Sarai Trotman is charging that they're being marginalized and made to look like trash. Sarai made the remarks this morning at Solidarity House after an apparent no-show by officials of the Barbados Agricultural Management Company, the BAMC, to discuss the future of scores of sugar workers. This as Barbados moves to a one-factory solution from next year. Our Peter Thorne reports.
This morning, a delegation of sugar workers of the Barbados Workers Union, led by Sarai, prepared to meet with officials of the BAMC to discuss the future of sugar workers at the union's Solidarity House headquarters. But from early, it was apparent that not one of the sugar workers' employers, the BAMC, had turned up. Instead, a 4-member delegation from the Barbados Cane Industry Corporation, which is to be the new employer of the workers under the one-factory option, turned up. That delegation was led by Thompson. Sarai told them they had no status with the BWU, since the union has never held talks with them in any respect pertaining to sugar workers, and he was entertaining them only as a goodwill gesture. This as they sought to make a presentation about restructuring in the industry to the BWU delegation. Sarai told the members of the BCIC that discussions on any terms and contracts pertaining to sugar workers have only been held so far with the BAMC, and any way forward for sugar workers has to be hammered out under the auspices of these two parties. The top union official deemed the move by the BAMC as insulting, saying he could not understand this level of disrespect at this time. He added that he will be speaking to Acting Prime Minister Richard Seeley on the matter, since it appeared that one of the major players in the sugar sector wasn't really serious about charting a way forward for the industry. CBC understands that there are nearly 250 workers employed at the two sugar factories, Port Vale and Andrews, and that when Andrews is closed, at least 60 to 70 workers will be laid off. Sarai says sugar workers also want questions answered about the upgrading, the retooling and retraining involved in the new multipurpose factory at Andrews. When contacted, a top sugar industry official told CBC the Barbados Workers Union had asked for a presentation to be made by the Barbados Cane Industry Corporation, and it was arranged for Tuesday, September 24th, and no meeting with the BAMC was set for today. Hence, the move could never be deemed as a no-show by that entity. The official said he had no further comment to make on the matter at this stage. CBC also understands that the BAMC made a similar presentation to the subcommittee of the Social Partnership on July 26, and the Barbados Workers Union was not invited to that meeting. Peter Thorne, CBC News.
The David Thompson Memorial Classic is providing much more than good football tournament for many Barbadians. It's giving local families some much-needed income. Sean Farrell explains.
Dozens of vendors look forward to the David Thompson Memorial Tournament. They move around from venue to venue to ply their trade, including Glenn Wilson, who sells local fruits.
You got to balance the diet. You got to put in something in between, not only the confectionery or the drinks, but a little fruit from the school is very good. So that's why we sell cigarette as the season come in. We do dunks. We do all the little local season that comes in Barbados. Plums, dunks. You know, you get tamarind balls, all those kind of things. But so not cigarette in is a fast seller, and you just work with it.
They call me the stockman, and I sell and I get out. I comes out successfully. And this is one of the best tournaments that you see so far.
I love the tournament. I just can't wait to come around to come out and met somebody.
The younger members of the family also learn to be breadwinners. Wilson is also strongly against calls to end the Thompson Classic.
No, don't start tournament because it benefited me too. And it benefited other little people that go a little tray and sell a little drink, a little snack or juice. You understand? The tournament don't want stopping, don't want begging it a little more and get more people coming out and get all stores all around the pastor.
St. John MP Mara Thompson is pleased with the public response to the tournament, held in memory of her late husband David Thompson. But she wants more corporate backing.
What I would like to see is each team being sponsored by a company. I think that would provide them with so much more, which would make it easier for them to get the gear and whatever else they need to be able to perform.
Among some of the sponsors lending assistance this year is Fireball, who've interestingly chosen a popular cricketer to promote the brand.
Fireball is absolutely thrilled to be a part of David Thompson Memorial Classic, and we want to take the football to a different level. We want to take the football to a different level with this drink.
Sean Farrell, CBC News.
The Christchurch woman charged in connection with Sunday's drug landing at Haywoods in St. Peter has been granted $3,000 bail. Keisha Carrie-Ann Brathwaite Burke of Opal Road, Sears Court, appeared in the District E-Magistrates Court today charged with possession, intent to supply and trafficking of close to 90 pounds of cannabis. She will reappear in court January 17th next year. Brathwaite Burke was held by members of the drug squad after a warrant was executed yesterday at number 12 Coconut Grove, Westmoreland, St. James. According to lawmen, a polythene bag containing packages of cannabis was discovered at the home. They also found a bag with packages of cannabis weighing 47 pounds at Haywoods Beach. The drugs were found on board the fishing boat DeMarco, which ran aground. Meanwhile, two men, a St. Michael man and a Jamaica national, have been remanded on drugs charges. Both of them were caught trying to bring cannabis through the airport. Sean Desmond Griffith, 32 years, from the Pine, was nabbed yesterday afternoon with 15 pounds of cannabis. He arrived on a flight from Jamaica, and on clear immigration, a search of his luggage by customs revealed 2 packages of cannabis in a false bottom. And Kevin Grant, the Jamaican national, arrived by air last Friday from Kingston. He cleared immigration, but after being interviewed by police, he was referred to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where he passed out 14 packets of cannabis weighing half a pound. Both men face charges of possession, intent to supply, trafficking, and importation. They will reappear in the District B Magistrates Court in October. The Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry is willing to support a recent suggestion to allow Barbadians to purchase duty-free items using foreign exchange. Shane Seeley has that story.
President of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Lalu Vashwani, says it is an issue that would first require thorough discussion and agreement by all of the relevant stakeholders. The idea recently got support from Minister of Tourism Richard Seeley, who said the feasibility would be explored.
So in that particular idea, I think that the area of challenge is how to also include those businesses that are not currently operating as a duty-free store. Those who are operating as a duty-free store to receive foreign exchange from locals to purchase would not be technically difficult.
Mr. Vashwani said ultimately the fairness to all concerned must be considered.
Anything that we can do to stimulate economic activity in Barbados would be very beneficial. We must be courageous enough to examine every new idea. We must be innovative. But in pursuing these ideas, we must ensure that the framework of fairness to all is provided.
Shane Seeley, CBC News.
Barbados is becoming a brand name in the United States due to the work being done by some of its musicians and artists. And it's all because of activities surrounding the National Association for College Activities Showcase. Sean Farrell explains.
This year, the booking agents are looking for a lot more than musical talent.
We represent bands in the U.S. college market. And today we're here back in Barbados to kind of look at the new opportunities with bands from Barbados. We've created a new project called the Barbados Experience to take the culture and art and music and food of Barbados to the United States college market. So we're looking for that music section part right here, right now. We've got 16 bands that are going to be showcasing for us later tonight. Bands, solo acoustic, all kinds of different artists.
And they were impressed with what they saw at the showcase.
You might want to take me on a vacation.
I think it's good for everyone. It's not just good for Barbados, but I mean, the Caribbean, the whole region, get us out there internationally. So we're just having a good time, and we want to move forward.
They're accustomed to hearing Jamaicans and Rihanna, so there's a chance that they can see other artists doing instrumentals and different genres of music coming from the Caribbean.
Among the group's seasoned campaigner covered Right.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket.
We're actually looking to break into the U.S. market right now, and we're really excited about it. It's obviously a challenge, as anything is. It's a new venture for us, but we're really excited and feeling really positive about it. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mr. Hainan believes the artists are good for marketing the island.
We've become fans of the music from Barbados just by being experienced to it. It really is an amazing... it's amazing that such a small country has such a large population of musicians. And once we found this out, we were like, we have to share this. All the colleges in the United States are looking for cultural diversity. They have initiatives from their vice presidents and presidents of the universities to bring in these cultural bands, acts, craft fairs, whatever they are, these initiatives. And we, as a college agency, want to provide that for them.
Last year, a group which included Alison Hines, Soca Cartel, Nexus and David Curtin made a big impression on the college circuit in Nashville, Tennessee. The booking agent says plans are being made to give the artists chosen even more exposure.
If you have to do 10 shows and rent the equipment every time, that's money out of your own pocket that you have to spend to rent that equipment. But if we own the equipment, or if Barbados owns the equipment, or if the AME owns the equipment, it's there, a van, backline and sound system is there to use, then they can fly over with just their main instruments, hop in that van with all the sound system and backline, and go to the shows and set it up and be ready to roll. So I think that it's important for us to know that we're trying to reduce the costs for these acts as well by creating that infrastructure in the United States. And that's coming straight from the AME and from the government here. We're hoping to facilitate it, being that we're based in the U.S., but it's them that will ultimately be paying for that and be providing that.
Hi, this is Wesu, and thank you for having me. We're here at the showcase, which is absolutely awesome. I've never done anything of this stature before, so I'm hoping that I get something really good out of it. And hopefully you guys will be seeing more of myself and Andre.
Sean Farrell, CBC News.
Barbadians have another wave of scary activities for Halloween this year. This as the organizers of Bajan Fright Fest prepare for the 2013 edition of the event on October 19th and 20th at the Barbados Museum. Tanya White, creative director, says there will be over 20 activities for the event, sponsored this year by Fruity.
Today, we have the Ghost Ride, and that is the Ghost Freaks Ghost Ride. We also have the Upside and Down Room, Haunted Garden, Field of No Return, Cage of Misery, Creepy Kitchen. And as you can see, I am the wife or the maid that was very upset from the Creepy Kitchen. So characters like Freddy, Chucky, movies like The Exorcist. You have Stephen King with 8. We cannot forget the clown. Those are features that you will see this year.